Hi everyone, this is Dikshit. Welcome to my channel. So in the previous video, I've just spoken about a few of the examples and I've taken those queries and I've executed and I've shown you what is subqueries and how we can use regular expressions. So if you execute a complex queries, so it is very difficult to remember, right? So let's say I wanted to, so let's take an example, okay? So so I have a query. So node memory, memory free bytes. So let's execute one by one. I'll show you what is the requirement now. So when I executed this one, like you'll be able to see the memory required, like memory free bytes, like the system's memory, which is free in bytes. It is giving me memory free in bytes. Okay. So let's say I want to identify so how much memory is used in my system. I want it in a percentage. Okay, so for that what we need to divide that by a node's total memory, right? So then we will be able to get the fraction of how much it is not used, correct? So now if I multiply with this one into 100, so then I'll get in the percentage. So 74 percentage is not used in my this particular machine, localhost 900. In the CentOS machine, so it is 85%, which is not utilized. Okay. Now my requirement is I need how much it has been occupied, right? So for that, what we can do is we need to do 100 minus, and then we need to give this particular braces here. So that first it will be calculated and then it is subtracted with 100. Okay, when I execute this one, so I'll be able to see the used percentage. So as you can see, this is a big query. So let's say I want to execute this query very frequently. So it is not better choice to always copy paste this query, right? Let's say if this query available here somewhere in this particular drop down, so I can just select that one, and if it gives me the output, so then that will be great, right? So that is what we will gonna do in this video. So we will create some custom rules, and we will see how to access from this drop down. Okay. So for this, so we need to create some rules.yml in our Prometheus machine. So for that, let me go to my Prometheus machine. Okay, so let me clear the screen. And now what you need to do is you need to go to cd user local bin. So that is where our Prometheus is there. Let me go to that particular. Actually, I'm there in the same directory. Okay. Uh, Now we need to create a file name called as Prometheus underscore rules.yml. So I have this groups. So this YML is simply I'm just telling this is a custom rules, and also the rules are the record is like I'm just giving the name for that particular custom rules, and also I'm giving the expression. If you remember, this is the expression that I've executed in my Prometheus. Okay, so let's copy this one and paste it in this particular file, and then make sure this is properly indented, because if the YML file is not proper, then you can't load this custom role there. Okay. So and also we have in Prometheus we have something called as a Chrome tool, so by which we can check the rules whether it is valid or not. So execute this particular command. So when you execute it, you'll be able to see whether the rule is properly indented or it is properly loaded or not. So if it is properly indented and properly defined, so then you will get this particular result. One rules is found. Okay. So the next one is, so you need to go to prometheus.yml. So which is there in the same folder. Let me go there, and so under rules files, so there is something called as rule file, right? So here you need to copy that file name. Okay. So let me give this and then copy this prometheus.yml, because I have created that file rules file as Prometheus underscore rules.yml, right? That's the reason I should provide that. And once this is done, so what you need to do is do a system ctl daemon reload, and then once it is done, so you just need to restart your Prometheus. Okay. So once you restart, verify the status as well, whether it is up and running. Okay. So yeah, my Prometheus is up and running. So let's go back to my particular Prometheus. And as you can see, this is 25% and 14% and some digits. Okay. So let me refresh this thing. So once I refresh, so let me take off, let me select something else. Let me click something else so that I'll take off this. So now I'll be able to see something whatever I've created, right, by using this name, node memory memory free in percentage. Okay, so I should be able to see under this particular, so node memory in bytes. So rather than this, I'll just copy paste this particular node memory mem free percentage in the query, so that let me see whether, yes, see, so this is how, like, whenever you have some complex query, so if you're continuously executing or frequently you're trying to execute that particular query, so you can create a custom rule in Prometheus, and you can have that rule in your drop down. So now so we can go directly and you can select that query and you can easily able to execute it. Okay, so now we will see one more query. So we'll add one more custom rule, and we will see it's going to work. Okay. Now my requirement is, let's say I want to see what is the occupied space in this particular mount point. So when I execute this query, so you'll be able to see at this particular mount point, so how much is occupied in bytes, right? So then if I want to uh, get the nodes, I mean, like, whatever the requirement I have, I need to divide it by nodes file system size in bytes. So which is like free, and then which is like total. Let's say how much is free divided by the total size of that directory allocated to that particular mount point. When you do this one, so you'll be able to get how much it is free. Okay, so let me do into 100. So then you will get the percentage, right? So this much percentage, this mount point is free. Okay, so it is very important because a root is a place we will gonna store all everything, right? So you should continuously monitor this particular mount point. Okay, so now let's go ahead to prometheus.yml, and we will gonna change these things as well. Okay, so now we need to directly go to Prometheus rules underscore that particular file underscore rules yml, and under this you can just copy paste that record. So make sure the yml is proper. Let me copy this expression again. If you see, this is the expression I'm giving, and the name of that expression, I'm just giving it as node underscore file system underscore free percentage. Okay, just copy this onto this particular file and make sure the YML is proper. So YML is basically you need to properly indent it, else it will gonna fail. Okay, so once this is done, so again you can use Prome tool, by which we will be able to see whether our rules are properly uh, created or not. So as you can see, two rules found. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to restart our Prometheus. So first, let me do systemctl daemon reload. So once this is done, just do system service Prometheus restart. Okay, so we will also check the status of it. So when you do this one, so it says like active. Now let's go to our Prometheus and let's click on any other tab, or let's like just refresh it. Now when I copy paste this particular rule name, I should be able to see the percentage. So so now if you see, like, it shows, like, rather than executing that custom query, so you can create a custom rules, and then you can easily create that metric under this drop down. And like, so this is how, like, if you're frequently executing that query, so you can just like create a custom rule and you can execute it very easy. That is what I wanted to discuss in this video. So if you have liked the video, please share and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.